Hello, this is Joseph Mills, a master student in geomatics engineering, UCID 302511164. This is a short video to explain whatever I did in Lab 3 assignment. So initially we're giving some data sets, some templates, and .py file and an index HTML file. So from the data set, we had to open pgadmin and create a lab schema, a lab 3 schema, which you are seeing here. And we imported the data from the data set provided. So we had traffic cameras, traffic incidents, and traffic signals as instructed by the tutorial to import them into pgadmin into our database. So from there we went to the VS Code and we launched the .py file and the HTML file here, and we started. But before we started, we had to create certain libraries which will help us do this particular assignment. So we installed certain libraries like the Folium, the GeoPandas, the Flask, and the Flask SQL, Alchemy, and the JSON files, libraries, and the geodata sets. So we started. The Flask creates a web server which is used for rendering HTML pages. That is the Flask, this app Flask, yes. So the SQL Alchemy is imported so that it handles the database interactions with our Python environment, and the JSON is used to manage the GeoJSON formatting. Now we went on to try to connect our database, but before then we created a .txt file which contained our password for the database, and so we changed certain things here in the code. That is, we inserted the original port numbers of our database, and we also changed the name for our database. In this case, my database had the name ENGO641, as you can see here. So this calls the password from our .txt files and connects our database, that is the one in the pgadmin, to our Python environment. So then we move on. So this gives us the feedback that our database connection is successful, and if it's in error, it will tell us whether the connection was in error, that is, it wasn't successfully connected to our Python environment. And then after that, from what we are seeing, it says that our database connection was successful, so we move on to do our work. So this is where we created the .sql Alchemy app. Okay, that is what initially said, that it handles all the database interactions. So after the database is connected, we test the database connection. That is when it was said that it's successful. So we are done with all those steps. Now we go to change. We imported from here. You can see that we imported the data from the pgadmin, which was the 3 different tables: the traffic incident, traffic signals, and the traffic cameras, and we were able to import them successfully here. That's since we've connected to our database, it becomes easy. And we had these traffic incidents and everything connected here already, and so here we are selecting the geometries that is on the geom 3776, as we said on, to make sure that everything we are doing falls within Calgary. And this table connects to our lab 3 schema and does everything for us. So this now finally this is the whole process of now selecting. We are calling the particular columns we want to use from the from the database that we have in pgadmin. We were setting our layers and the key values and everything. Now we finally run this in debug mode. So in debug mode, the Flask runs in debug mode, normally with a default port of 5000. Now this is to show our index HTML file, which helped us to create the web maps. Now we had certain, we put, and this is to initialize the map and to show it you have the lat long and a default coordinates to show that we are actually working in Calgary. And then we added the OpenStreetMap tile layer to serve as a base map for our work. And this is where the icons for the particular data sets that we have, that is the different tables, different features, which is the traffic incidents, traffic cameras, and the traffic cameras, traffic incidents, and the the traffic signals. Yes, so those three tables we have it here, and we were able to set the icon size and the kind of icons. I mean, it gives us that flexibility of setting our styles in the HTML. So the JavaScript already initializes our map and gives us those benefits. Now we added the layers. We have where we added the layers, so it toggles up the feature of the GeoJSON. It toggles up everything we are doing such that it forms layers. And when we are able to form the layers, when we check the layer, it shows the particular table that is either the traffic incident, the traffic signal, the traffic camera. And when we uncheck that, it removes those layers from our work. So this is the HTML file, which later, like I said, the GeoJSON, it gives us that benefit of being able to create toggles. That toggles helps us to check on and uncheck the layers, just to show, I mean, for visibility purposes, to show the actual tables we want to show and the ones we don't want to show. So then finally the marker group is then added to the map, and it displays all the map features at once on our web page, as we said. So now if you look here, say map.add layer markers. So this one finally just adds everything to the map and display all at once in our HTML file document. So this is where you see we opened our HTML file document, giving us the final output to show the traffic incident, the traffic cameras, and the traffic signals. Now, like I said, the GeoJSON, the GeoJSON data, and helps us, which helps us debug, which helps us create the toggles for the layers. Also shows us how to check and uncheck layers for visibility purposes, basically. So this whole lab assignment was to see how we can use those. We can connect our databases to our Python environments and to create HTML files, which serves as the web maps to help us identify certain areas of traffic incidents and where we have traffic signals and traffic cameras. Thank you.